Friday, June 23. This is a peculiar report. I mean, there isn't an easy way to put lipstick on the pig. Nothing happened. The financial markets have been frozen for most of the month of June, really going back most of the way to March. But this week, I mean, just frozen. And which begs the questions, why? And if we don't really know why they've frozen, it makes it that much harder to figure out what the hell they might do next. And it is peculiar. Markets do not often just freeze. There's stuff going on in the world, and whenever markets are quiet the way that they've been, there's tension building, and it's building in places that we can't see. If we could see it, then markets would move to accommodate it. It's just frozen. The ground's moving underneath it, but you can't see it yet. So we're setting up for a significant move someplace. It would be unusual if it was just interest rates and not stocks as well, but this is just about interest rates. One reason for nothing happening is nothing happening. The outside world is remarkably quiet. There's stuff going on, but nothing really to move markets. The only big change in the outside world in the last year are falling oil prices, but they've fallen as far as they can. They can't fall lower than the frackers can pull oil out, and that's about where prices are right now. Second thing, this Brexit business, the breakup from Europe, and the sudden last 3 weeks remarkable collapse of government in the UK, which was one of the best operating governments in the world. All of a sudden doesn't look so good, but look wherever you want to look in the rest of the world, stuff that could go wrong, but there's nothing really happening. The action's, it's here. And it's just as weird as it can be. We have been in a kind of government gridlock for almost 20 years, going all the way back to the Clinton administration, a standoff between the two parties. And the two parties themselves are divided. Both parties have an extreme wing that make it very hard for the center to do anything bipartisan and compromise. Yeah, so we're not, and with the advent of the current president, we're not just in gridlock, we're decapitated. I mean, it's as though there's no government. And markets, the government is a huge force in the marketplace just because of money, of what the budget will look like, how much we're going to borrow, how much we're going to spend, how the borrowing spending mismatch works out in future years, and nothing happening. The test that's underway, I have a feeling that when we see how the healthcare measure pans out in the Senate, maybe as early as next week, will be a proxy for what happens next. If Congress and the White House can get healthcare done and can then move on to tax reform, tax cuts, infrastructure, regulatory relief, then maybe things begin to happen. On the other hand, if they can't get past healthcare, if they can't get this thing done, if they can't bring it to a vote, and McConnell's too smart to bring it to a vote and then watch it lose, my hunch is that rates actually come down. And the stock market may come down with them. But if they can't get health care done, then this decapitation, this no government at all, not just gridlock, will continue wide open. That's my hunch today. But a lot of that is just lipstick on nothing happening. Good weekend.